Okay.
All right, listen, folks, I'm back. I'm back again, and I'm in Birmingham, Alabama, talking to people about the role of faith and faith institutions in community empowerment. That's what I'm doing here, and I'll leave here tomorrow. But I needed to talk to my friend and colleague and brother of many years who is doing exemplary work in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And it's not only exemplary in terms of the impact that it's having in the community, but it's also exemplary in that he's piloting a new formation for the D-Free movement, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. But I want to introduce to all of you who have never seen him and present to those in the D-Free community who have seen him before, Reverend Dallas Lanier, who is the founder and leader of Project Green in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Dallas, how are you doing in Grand Rapids?
Dr. Soaries, I am doing fantastic. I am so excited to be having this conversation with you and looking forward to what we're going to be doing together.
Yeah, well, before we talk about FinFest, which is really why we're here together tonight, let me ask you a couple of basic questions. Number one, why are you dressed up like this? Is something going on? You getting married tonight? What's with this bow tie and tuxedo?
Yes, sir. Well, yes, I wondered if you would notice. I'm actually, my wife and I, as you might recall, we own an event planning and a consulting firm, and we are in the middle of an event that we are helping to coordinate tonight, just over across the hall. It was that important to me to have this conversation, to break away for a minute, so that we could talk.
Well, I'm honored and humbled that you would do that. I hope your wife's not mad at you. Blame it on me. Um,
That's
and
the only way
then,
I can do with it.
so just a couple of questions. First of all, uh, let people know what Project Green is in Grand Rapids.
Yes, sir, Pastor Soaries. So the GREEN stands for the Grassroots Economic Empowerment Network. And this work really has its local roots in some other work I was doing in a fair lending advocacy group where we were fighting against payday lending. And
Right.
I was remarking that, Pastor Soaries, as you recall, you were here one April about 10 years ago. We were marching in front of a payday loan store. It was one of the coldest days in April ever known to man in Grand Rapids. But that work, where we started as a small community group of volunteers, has now grown into a 501c3 that launched in 2019. Our mission is helping families to rewrite their financial legacy. Our vision is turning everyday people into money heroes. And we describe a money hero as someone who is pursuing their financial goals, and then they turn and help somebody else to do the same. So you don't have to make it all the way, but just bring somebody along with you. And we do that work in two different ways. One, we equip individuals with financial capabilities. So we have basic financial literacy workshops, credit building workshops, some asset building initiatives. And then we also do advocacy. So that's our systems facing work, where we seek to identify those barriers that keep low to moderate income people from reaching their financial goals. And we seek to remove those barriers. And so, as you know, the work that we do so aligns well with D Free, and just excited again about what's to come.
Well, folks, listen, I basically retired from what we call in civil rights direct action. I feel as though those of us who marched through the 60s, 70s, and 80s should kind of step aside and let younger people march. And that's why I've always been so excited about these young people who have responded to police shootings, etc. I give them advice, I've given them money, but I let them do the action. But to, as Dallas described, I have actually demonstrated in two cities in recent memory. One was in Birmingham, Alabama, right here in Alabama, where there are more payday loan stores than there are supermarkets, and in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And we did that to bring attention to the fact that predatory loans are targeted at low income people and people of color. And we want people to understand, first of all, the the pit that you are throwing yourself into when you subscribe to those products. And we've been pushing for public policy to make it illegal to charge people more than 36% interest. That's the cap. So Dallas and I, as he mentioned, on the coldest day in my life in April, picketed the payday loan store, and I just fell in love with Dallas and his his colleagues in Grand Rapids, because they, like I, are passionate about this issue of economic justice. Now, because Project Green is so aligned with D-Free principles, you heard him describe what they do, which is exactly what D-Free was set up to do. And because he and I personally have a kinship and a brotherhood, what we're doing with Dallas is we're piloting a concept called the D-Free affiliate. I'm not trying to build an organization with chapters. I'm not trying to become the NAACP, but there are local organizations with whom we work very closely and have sought a more formal relationship with us than we've been able to offer. And so we have allowed Dallas to kind of develop the framework. What would a local organization that's affiliated with D-Free but still remains who they are? We don't want any control over their finances, over their governance, but we just want to be closely allied, and we want to coordinate activities very well. And a part of that pilot, that model, is starting with FinFest. So Dallas, you know that on November 12th, we're having our first big live event in post-COVID, and our last big live event of 2022. And you approached me about doing something special with our event. Describe what that is and how you plan to go about doing it.
Yes, sir, Pastor. So I'll just say very briefly that locally here in Grand Rapids, Project Green, along with the Kent County Tax Credit Coalition, which is a part of the Heart of West Michigan United Way, and the Latina Network of West Michigan, the three of us have previously done an economic empowerment conference. We did that in April. We were already planning to do a fall event, and then we learned about D-Free's FinFest. And I said to my colleagues, listen, we need to jump on this train and participate with D-Free. I told them about D-Free, told them about who you are, and they were all on board because it fits so well. And so your model really made it easy. FinFest is already a hybrid event. So you all will be live in person there in New Jersey. But you're also offering this on a platform that is easily accessible for people to connect virtually wherever they are. And so I said, would you allow us to host a watch party featuring FinFest? And so that's what we will do on Saturday, November 12th. We will also have an audience in person watching the watch party together, and then aligning with the main stage agenda. We will have our own presentation for a small portion of that time, where we're speaking to some local issues and talking about some local resources. And so we're really a mini FinFest here in Grand Rapids, leveraging the resources, the speakers, and everything that D-Free brings, and providing that to our audience.
Right. Now, back in the day, you would need satellites and tons of money to do this kind of hybrid and virtual event simultaneously. We called it back in the day simulcast. But today, the technology that we have on our phones literally make this possible. And Dallas, you'll be very inspired to know that we were talking about what you're doing in Grand Rapids over the last few days. And we've gotten requests from other cities already who see the value in not simply sitting in front of their computers and watching, but bringing people together, adding local flavor to the programming, and frankly, using our content as their content, because we're paying the speakers. You don't have to pay the speakers. We're providing programming. And what we plan to do next year, and this is such a template, and I appreciate your partnership. Next year, we plan to have multiple events that are only simulcast. In other words, the only way you'll be able to access them is through watch parties in local cities. And so, folks, this is November 12th. It's all free. Dallas is not charging. Project Green is not charging their community. We're not charging our community. We will be at Kane University all day on Saturday, November the 12th. And you can register for free. If you're not close enough to New Jersey to come physically, do what Project Green is doing. Tune in online on your phone. You can go to dfree.com and register for FinFest, participate. And if you miss it, we will send you an email because you registered with a link so that you can watch the whole thing at your leisure because it will be recorded. Now, just to make sure you understand, we'll have motivation, education, information. We've got things for young people, songwriters. I mean, Dallas, we're stretching further than we've ever stretched before. We've got real estate investors talking about how to make money off real estate. The three general themes are these: how to make more money, how to manage your money, and how to invest your money. And we've got over 25 speakers and presenters who are going to talk about those subjects. And I'm so excited. You know, this group from Nashville called Ownership is the New Black has really inspired me, because I think you're old enough to remember that series called Orange is the New Black, which was celebrating incarceration. We're saying ownership is a new black, which is celebrating access to assets and the creation of wealth. So listen, tell your wife I said hello. Go back to your business tonight, and thank you. I'm looking forward to this experience. We'll be giving Grand Rapids shout outs all day to make sure your people understand that you're just one room away from the live event at King University on November 12th. So thank you.
Pastor Soaries, can I do one thing really quickly to the
Of course.
local audience in Grand Rapids who may be watching this? We invite you to go to our website, projectgreengr.org, and to register for the event with us, because that helps us to know who is watching from Grand Rapids or the Lower West Michigan area. Now, technically, you can register either place, but if you register with us, well, if you're coming to our event in person, we certainly want you to register on our website. Let us know that you're coming in person. But if you go to our website, you can also let us know that you want to register virtually, in which case you will then get another email from the D-Free team connecting you to the virtual platform. And so I just want to say kudos to your team, Dr. Soaries, the D-Free team, the great work that they've been doing. And we're looking forward to the 12th.
Well, this is our first time doing this kind of event, and we're looking forward to it. We're very excited. And anyone from, it's not just Grand Rapids, but the whole county. What is that, Erie County?
Kent County.
Which county?
Kent County.
Kent County. Anybody from the county, we want you to get to your event. Where is the event being held, Dallas? Where is your live event happening?
Yes, sir. We will be at the Brown Hutcherson Ministries Fellowship Hall at 1065 36th Street Southeast here in Grand Rapids. That's not at the Brown Hutcherson Ministry main church building. It's their fellowship hall. And so we're going to provide lunch. We will have resource tables, just like in New Jersey. We're going to give away some of the same resources, some of the books. We're going to have some prizes, some gift cards from some of our sponsors. So it is to your advantage to come in person if you are able. But if not, then the online platform will still be a great experience.
That's great. That's great. So the whole county should be headed towards Grand Rapids on the 12th of November. And Dallas, I don't know if my people told you, but I'm sending you free books, one of my books, to give as a gift to all of the people that participate in your event live.
That's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you.
Great, great. All right, folks. FinFest 2022. It's only a few days away. Register now, because if you're coming to either event live, there was a cutoff. You know, we bought food and we can't feed the whole world. We've got free gift bags and free books, and there's a limit to how much we can give away. So register now, be there live in both locations. And it may be true that in your city, you can either host a watch party or someone else will be having a watch party, and you can go. We're giving free books to every participant in a live watch party anywhere in the country. And so if for no other reason, you can just sign up and go and get a free book. All right. Listen, thanks, Dallas. God bless you and your wife. Have a great event tonight, and I look forward to seeing you next Saturday.
Thank you. And greetings to your wife and family as well. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. God bless.